Hello everyone, and now welcome to game 1 in a series between Cash and Hawk. Cash spawning as the blue orc on the bottom left hand side of Amazonia. Meanwhile, on the top right, we have Hawk spawning as the teal human. Human versus orc, one of those matchups that I tend to know fairly well as the game is now underway. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update, and I actually will be posting my Patreon and most likely my PayPal page in the description of this video. My computer is starting to get blue screens of death, and yes, my computer is in its 6th year of casting WarCraft 3, StarCraft 2, and games of that nature. And it even though it's been a very, very nice computer, I think it's going to be time for me to start upgrading at some point, just because my components are starting to fail. So if you guys would like to support me in through my Patreon or through PayPal, definitely go ahead and do that. Also, if you guys know anyone in the industry, I've contacted some friends at Intel, MSI, Kingston, trying to see if they can help me with a build, but I haven't heard back since. I'm not really casting the mainstream games anymore. I found that a lot of people that they're just trying to catch like the mainstream games, the ones with 200,000 live viewers, things of that nature. So I might just be too far on the totem pole, too far down to really get anything here. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going down. Cash is opening up with the Blade Master, and what you're really looking for in an orc player in the opening segments is with the timing of the second orc burrow and that voodoo lounge. What you're really looking for is whether or not he's going to try to go for a very, very fast tier 2, or if he's going to stay at tier 1 a little bit longer, spend some lumber on the orc burrow and the voodoo lounge, and perhaps try to get a little bit more out of his Blade Master, put him in a little bit of a riskier situation, but have some more support with grunts and healing salves. You can see that both of those were down there. Meanwhile, Hawk opening up over here on the top left, pretty much opening up with a very, very standard militia creep. That is not something that it really deviates all that much. You're going to take a look at the human player, go to 24 to over 24, maybe and then 24 over 30 supply, and then start teching to tier 2 unless he wants to try and go for a quick expansion. That is definitely a possibility here on Amazonia as the footmen are running around. And both sides are looking to play this game pretty conservatively. I think no one's trying to do any sort of really risky maneuvers. Everything seems to be pretty standard so far. And right now, Hawk is sitting at level 2. He is no longer training up any peasants. So I am thinking a rather fast tech to tier 2 and then going into a Beastmaster perhaps. Meanwhile, now WarCraft 3 is more popular than StarCraft 2. Maybe it is. Maybe I should be getting more sponsors. I don't know. I've stuck to WarCraft 3 casting for about, this is my 6th year casting. So yeah, WarCraft. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what's coming down here. Blade Master attempting to take down this farm. Not really going to be able to do that all that much. Footman needs to pull back here, and a peasant should be able to repair that farm. Meanwhile, you're going to take a look at the water elemental purposely, I guess, aggroing. No, he's going to go after an orc burrow, and any orc burrow taken down at this stage really delays the Shadow Hunter, and that is the reason why it is so important. You really want to take it down. It looks like the Blade Master is going to get some free experience right there. Is he going to get to level 2? 164. Oh no, I think the Archmage actually denied it. Beautifully done, as the Blade Master now going back off to the north, trying to take down this footman here. All right, it looks as though this footman not going to make it down to 19 hit points, and there it goes. Blade Master finishes him off. Archmage now wandering around over here to the left, needs to drop down some more water elementals if he hopes to really do very much of anything. You can see another water elemental has been dropped, and it looks like Cash and Hawk are both going to be pressuring. The Blade Master going to be bringing up the rear and cleaning up the footmen. Both sides really not overcommitting to any sort of big fight or big commitment yet. They're just trying to set themselves up for the next stage while impairing and slowing down their opponent. It looks like the Blade Master did get his footman there, as both of them are about similar in experience. There you go. Both of them are about 2.25 to 2.5, as the Archmage looks like he will be picking up, no, not picking up the Beastmaster anytime soon. As you can see, the Blade Master now making its rounds over. All right, Archmage now making its rounds back over here to the left. You can see that there's this water elemental doing a little bit of superficial damage. It looks like it is just going to get canceled again. If that is that is the second water elemental that was canceled by that Archmage, or denied by that Archmage. Very nicely done. And I gotta say that even regardless of the winner, Hawk has been doing an extremely effective job at limiting the amount of experience on this Blade Master, and even picking up the Slippers of Agility that was dropped just moments ago. Now, things are going to start transitioning into the Bestiary Spirit Lodge. I believe a Spirit Lodge will be built down over here in just a second. Another Footman taken down there. And both of them don't really have an army that can engage just quite yet. They're both looking in their side of the map, trying to set themselves up for that upcoming all-important next fight. However, the big problem right now is that Cash has taken a lot of damage on his grunts, and with not that many and that much supply, 34 over 40 compared to 29 over 36, and that is, wait, what is this? Mountain King going into dual casters. All right. This is actually a different direction that I thought Hawk was going to take. I expected a Beastmaster Quill Beast to try and pressure, but instead of that, he's opening up with... Oh, wait, are we going to see another Dust of Appearance charge? No, okay, it looks like the Slippers of Agility is just going to get destroyed there. Cloak of Shadows. I guess you can use that to Shadow Meld, and that is semi-useful, but I would have personally kept the Slippers of Agility. That would have been a much more useful item, since it does give you a little bit more armor and is a little bit more effective there. All right, Archmage right there. And let's take a look at this Boots of Speed on that Mountain King. Are we going to see Dust of Appearance? No Dust of Appearance. Yes, just why. Yeah, there is the Archmage. There's the Hex and a beautifully timed strike. All right, Priest is right there. Archmage gets to level 3. Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away. Speed Scroll trying to catch up, and the Blade Master is looking for that Archmage, but the Archmage purposely shadow melding. Nicely done. And wow, that Blade Master, that Dust of Appearance just a day late and $1 short. That Blade Master knowing that he wanted to take down that Archmage. And this is one of those things that you can only get from experience, knowing that your opponent is going to straight up run towards your hero inside your base. All right, there's a Raider, and it looks like this one Priest will get taken down at the cost of a Raider as well. Both sides losing units, but the Blade Master of Cash doesn't seem to be really that effective at slowing down the Archmage and that Mountain King. Did the Blade Master pick up an item? I believe it may have picked up those Sentry Wards. Not 100% sure. We can see that there are 2 Circlets of Nobility, and now finally placing down a Sentry Ward in a rather poor location, since the Sentry Ward is actually cannot look past this tree here. There's actually a larger dead area than you would normally expect, as we're looking at the Mountain King now getting to level 2. All right. Now, what exactly is Cash thinking at this point? Cash needs to get the Shadow Hunter to level 3 and then get level 2 Healing Wave. Also, the Tomes of Intelligence and any large amount of mana on that Shadow Hunter will help out tremendously, in addition to those Spirit Walkers. The Blade Master just wants to harass as much as possible, and that's pretty much what we're going to be seeing at this stage in the game. I believe both sides are just going to be staying at tier 2. There you have it, as the Blade Master now still wandering over. It looks like we are going to get a kill. Oh, was there a Boots of Quel'Thalas? Was it taken by who? Was it taken by? Boots of Quel'Thalas was picked up by the Mountain King. Meanwhile, the Archmage is now backing off there. There is a bit of slow, as the Blade Master unable to really do that much damage. It looks like Hawk is in control of this game so far. Are we going to be picking up? Yes, a Troll Berserker. No Troll Shadow Priest. Doesn't make sense at this point, since the Priest being trained up at the base is actually better than that Troll Shadow Priest in terms of, I believe, just mana and overall effectiveness. Meanwhile, let's take a look at this. So yeah, Priest also has more hit points, so much more powerful for that upcoming fight. Now, as we transition away, Blade Master still wandering around the map, looking for his opponent, looking to see where he can slow down the Archmage and that Mountain King. Mountain King, if he can, he wants to get to level 3, as that 225 Stormbolt is that much stronger at shutting down the hit point, or the higher hit point units that are generally comprised of in the Orc army. 800 hit points, 560, 610. compared to 365, 290, the Spellbreaker on the higher end at 600. So that is the reason, why you really need that Stormbolt to get that much higher there. Blade Master looking to get in position. He is relatively low on mana, but with that Clarity Potion should be able to make a little bit of a play. There's an engagement there as the Blade Master quickly, I believe, manually slowed by the Sorceress. This is one of those things where that just differentiates between the professional players and the great players. You want to have the Sorceress without auto cast on slow. You want them to actually manually slow the primary targets. Otherwise, you may be slowing the peons or even the Spirit Walkers in ethereal form. That is not going to be that helpful, as we're also looking at a Rock Golem now trying to head back over, and the Blade Master may be able to get that kill. Rock Golem, doesn't get the kill there, but he didn't have enough mana. That is the reason why he didn't want to engage, especially with the Mountain King right there. He was hoping to just pick up the item, and I believe he did. Did he do that? Yes, he did do that, picking up the Rune Bracers. A very nice item there, or was it the Shadow? It could have been the Rune Bracers. I'm not sure if it was from the top left or from over here. Trying to keep track of those items, rather difficult, as the Mountain King now is at level 3, but more importantly, it seems the Archmage is at level 2 with level 2 Brilliance Aura. Mountain King should be able to throw plenty of Stormbolts. Sorceress at Adept training will have Invis just in case the Archmage and that Mountain King get into a little bit of trouble. But you have to be careful though, as the Invis does not work if you are currently ensnared. The net somehow still reveals you, and you are still able to get focused down. Blade Master now wandering around here. Meanwhile, you can see that the Shadow Hunter, Kodo Beasts are now making their rounds out. Supply count is at 59 over 70 compared to 64 over 66, as the Blade Master still heading off to the north. Blade Master picking up another Potion of Invulnerability, and he wants those for the longevity of his upcoming fight. Anytime a Blade Master can deal damage without taking any is absolute blessing for that Blade Master, as we see a quick ensnare onto the Sorceress. The Sorceress, easy targets to take down, as that Sorceress should get focused down pretty quickly. Not quite sure why it isn't. There's another slow as the Shadow Hunter finally finishes it off. The Sorceress are the primary targets that you want to go after, as the Speed Scroll now being used. Even though the movement speed slow has been negated, the attack speed is still much slower even with that speed scroll. So that's one of the things that you have to be careful about, as the armies are now fighting here. All right, big fight going back and forth. Blade Master going after the Spellbreakers here. Are we going to see enough units taken down? Are we going to see a Stormbolt? Now Stormbolt onto the Shadow Hunter. Shadow Hunter is in a little bit of trouble. Blade Master may have wished that he transferred the Potion of Invulnerability to the Shadow Hunter instead, as he needs to heal back up. Plenty of mana though, including a Potion of Mana, so he should be able to get off one more heal, if not more. Blade Master could Windwalk, give the Potion of Invulnerability, and there you go. There was that transfer and that heal. As I mentioned, that was a very long time, and it bought a lot of time, but the Shadow Hunter is temporarily alive and well. Meanwhile, though, that Blade Master now, without enough, are we going to perhaps get a healing wave? There's a Scroll of Healing. Mountain King. Oh, Invis on the Mountain King. There's the Disenchant. There's the level 4, as the Blade Master trying to get away. Shadow Hunter's trying to stay alive here. Blade Master needs another healing wave. There it goes. There's that healing wave, as it looks like he's going to be able to sneak out. All of a sudden, the Mountain King lost some beautiful micro from Cash, keeping him in this game. And that was just beautifully executed and beautifully done, as the army is now just chasing. Blade Master chasing after the Archmage. Archmage looks like he will go down. No. Scroll of Town Portal instead. Sorceress trying to go after the Blade Master. Blade Master down to 37 hit points and will survive. A beautiful fight. And that was really just a textbook case of keeping track of your items and knowing what to do. Cash, knowing that his Shadow Hunter was in danger, transferred the Potion of Invulnerability to the Shadow Hunter. Using that Potion of Invulnerability, saved the Shadow Hunter and also bought the time to use another healing wave. The Disenchant off of the Mountain King, who was standing still, and that was a little bit of a risky risky move, but you wanted to keep the Blade Master in place. The Disenchant, a blind Disenchant, assuming that the Mountain King, or knowing that the Mountain King did not move away because the Blade Master Master couldn't move. And there you have it. That is why we are in the situation we are currently in. 61 supply compared to 49. As Hawk needs to rebuild his army and get back into the swing of things. Shadow Hunter, Blade Master now heading off to the north. Shadow Hunter sitting at level 4. Clarity Potion, 450 mana. All of those earlier items, the Tome of Intelligence +2, probably helping that Shadow Hunter out tremendously with the mana regeneration. Meanwhile, we're looking at an Archmage who is working to take down this Granite Golem. There is Dust of Appearance on the Granite Golem, or sorry, on the Archmage to prevent the Granite Golem from getting taken down. But this is one of the reasons why a lot of human players don't like Amazonia on this particular map against Orcs. Because casters are such a necessity on this map. If you end up going heavy casters, you really can't take out these red creep camps here. All right, there's one golem there left. You can see a lot of peons. I believe we're gonna get more Spirit Link to spread out that damage even further as the Mountain King is leading the charge. One Dust of Appearance charge there, 2 on the Archmage, as the Mountain King now needs to be very, very careful. All right, there's a Stormbolt, there's Spirit Link, and it looks like one Spellbreaker will get taken down. Raider has absorbing a lot of damage, and it looks like he will finally get taken down as well. Sorceress trying to fight back here, but the lines are too strong for Cash. It looks like the Disenchant on the Spirit Walker is also very, very damaging to all of these casters here. And it was a smart choice to not go for the Beastmaster, as the Disenchant is just far too much. You can see, yes, that is a lot of casters here, but unless you can really start focus firing the necessary units and slowing them down all at the same time, there's not much that really can be done. Blade Master chasing after again. The Sorceress could be going here, and there you go. There is a long walk of slow here. No Spirit Link, so the peons are just absorbing slow at this point, and it looks like the Sorceress are running out of mana. This is actually going to be going very, very poorly unless for some reason a Hawk goes for level 3 Brilliance Aura, which may not be a bad idea, even though level 3 Water Elemental is better. All of the casters here, they are now out of mana, and then after 1 or 2 more Disenchants or the wearing off of the slow, you're going to see Cash be able to chase. But now it's just going to turn into a little bit of a time fight here. We are going after and going at it. There goes a little bit more damage. Are we going to see this Grunt now turn around? Yes, we are. The Sorceress trying to fight back, trying to deal a lot of damage to those units here. You can see so much slow cast onto all of the peons. And all of a sudden, Hawk is just doing a great job in this fight. Potion of Invulnerability is on the Blade Master. He needs to use that if he wants to avoid a Stormbolt. Mountain King, however, out of mana. And I'm not quite sure why the Hood of Cunning is not on the Mountain King. The Mountain King would have benefited more, as you see another Grunt getting taken down. Mountain King looking for a good Stormbolt target, hoping to actually just bash down the Tiger, bash down Cash's one Grunt here, and the Mountain King purposely backing off continually. All right, you can see still the chase going on, and I believe that was just the problem. Overstayed welcome, and Cash's gambit of sticking around that fight, it looked like he was going to be able to pull through, but the slow just was not coming off of his units. The Spirit Walkers, if you did not know, Disenchant costs more than Dispel Magic, and you may think that's a bit unfair, but it also does more damage to summon units, so that's one of the reasons why it does cost more. But when you're just trying to remove debuffs off of your characters, you just can't, you don't care that it does more damage against summoned targets. All right, Mountain King healing back up, Brilliance Aura healing salve, and it looks like Hawk is ready to go for this next fight. Hawk, after taking a big blow in the first round, looks like he's now come back to equal footing and maybe and then some, as the Blade Master going after some units. Oh, Stormbolt and Blade Master disappears, now trying to go after some targets here. Are we going to see a speed scroll? Yes, Blade Master going after the Water Elemental. There it goes. Invisibility on the Archmage, as that is the primary target that will get focused down fastest. Blade Master still sticking around, still alive. And this is one of the reasons why the Blade Master is so good. He doesn't care about the army of Spellbreakers. He doesn't really even need his mana anymore, as both sides are still fighting. A 204, 196 critical strike. We're finally starting to see more critical strikes come in from Cash's Blade Master. And this might be enough to push it back over the edge the other way. The Rune Bracers have been a very, very helpful. Mountain King now pretty much low on mana. Needs to survive long enough. Gets to level 4. Are we going to see a Stormbolt? No, we do not. A Stormbolt would have been enough. No, the Blade Master, a 216 critical strike. Enough for the Blade Master. And I believe that is pretty much going to be it. Hawk now ensnared and unable to take down, unable to take down that Blade Master. And that Blade Master with Shadow Hunter support, so difficult to stop as that Blade Master now chasing after the Spellbreakers again. All right, let's take a look at the mana on the Sorceress. Mana is relatively low. Blade Master going after the Archmage again. There is invisibility, and oh, there's the disenchant, a blind disenchant again. Blade Master gets to 6, and there is the GG. Cash taking game number 1 in this series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't know why I said that twice, but please stay tuned for game number 2 between Cash and Hawk.